senior lawyer and human rights activist Femi Falana says the northern governors long prohibited roaming of herdsmen with cattle before their counterparts in the south placed a ban on open grazing. He affirmed that the Constitution of Nigeria does not provide for animals to move freely, destroying farmlands. Falana said this in reaction to the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami's criticism of the move by governors in the south, east, south, and southwest regions to ban open grazing. Malami Wednesday on national TV program likened open grazing in the south to dealing in spare parts in the north, hence saying southern governors cannot stop Fulani herdsmen from moving their cows around in the southern terrain. Falana, however, said the Minister of Justice was wrong in his assertion, as the constitution that allows people to move freely does not give animals the same rights, especially to cause destruction to farmlands. This was contained in a statement Falana titled Northern Governors Forum banned open grazing before Southern Governors Forum, which was made available to Sahara reporters on Thursday. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami SAN, was reported yesterday to have condemned the ban on open grazing by the Southern Governors Forum. The AGF stated that the ban on open grazing is unconstitutional and it affects the rights of herders to move freely in the country. With respect, the ban on open grazing has not affected the rights of herders to move freely and acquire land in any state for the establishment of ranches in line with the provisions of Section 41 and 43 of the Constitution. Since the Constitution does not cover the rights of animals to move freely and destroy farmlands, it is grossly misleading to give the impression that the ban on open grazing has abrogated the rights of herders to carry out their business. With respect to the movement of animals in the country, the Animal Disease Control Act and similar laws applicable in the state have empowered the Minister of Agriculture and relevant state commissions to make appropriate regulations to regulate the movement of animals and prevent them from transmitting diseases, the statement partly read. Falana also criticized Malami for comparing open grazing to trading in spare parts, stressing that the latter involves owning a property to practice. The AGF equally said the banning of open grazing is likely banning the sale of spare parts. The comparison is not applicable as the sellers of motor spare parts who operate in shops and markets in all states have not been accused of engaging in the killing of fellow citizens and destruction of their properties. Besides, those who sell spare parts outside their state of origin either acquire properties or pay rent for their lawful business. However, in order to halt the incessant violent clashes between the farmers and herders, which had led to mindless killings and wanton destruction of properties in many parts of the country, the federal government and the 36 state governments have, at various fora, banned open grazing in all states of the Federation and Federal Capital Territory. Falana continued in the statement. The activist lawyer further provided instances at which the northern and southern governors have endorsed the ban of open grazing. In the view of the desperate moves of some members of the geopolitical class to divide the Nigerian people along regional basis, it is pertinent to draw the attention of the members of the public to the following reports. On April 27, 2018, the members of the National Economic Council resolved to ban open grazing and adopt the livestock transformation plan of the federal government. The National Economic Council is constituted by the Vice President, the 36 state governors, the Minister of Finance, and the Central Bank Governor. On February 9, 2021, the Northern Governors Forum banned open grazing in all states in northern Nigeria. On February 11, 2021, the Nigerian Governors Forum banned open grazing in all the 36 states of the Federation. On May 14, 2021, the Southern Governors Forum banned open grazing in the 17 states in southern Nigeria. On May 18th, the PDP Governors Forum endorsed the decision to ban open grazing in the entire country. Based on the ban on open grazing, not fewer than 24 state governments have submitted applications to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture for grants to facilitate the establishment of ranches in line with the livestock transformation plan of the federal government. Meanwhile, Governor Umar Ganduje of Kano State has invited herders who are adversely affected by the ban on open grazing to settle down in the rural settlements established by the state government, while commissioning the first batch of 25 housing units out of the 200 earmarked for rural settlements. The governor said that his government engaged in the project for two fundamental reasons. First and foremost is to avoid clashes between farmers and herders. Secondly, to avoid movements of herders, which is a source of conflict, and to avoid cattle rustling, the statement added. Falana finally advised Malami to always take into consideration the interests of the general populace and not of a section of the country in his subsequent remarks as a minister. Mr. Malami should be reminded that he is the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, in making statements, he should always take due regards of the sensibilities of every part of the country and respect all legitimate interests of the entire people of the country. Mr. Malami should please stand up for social justice and unity of Nigeria in the interest of all as required of him in accordance with his oath of office under the 1999 Constitution, Falana concluded in a statement. So, you can imagine. So, where is this man coming from? Mr. Malami, of course, he has embarrassed himself. Very disgraceful. So, with all these northern governors that said it, he didn't come out then. Oh. He did not come out to say it is unconstitutional. Malami is biased, tribalistic, and sentimental. Such position he occupies is not for people like him. He's supposed to resign. You can see the reason why Nigeria is drifting. Qualified personnel deny position. Fulani cattle and businesses are the only things Buhari-led government is protecting. What a shame. Is Malami versed with the constitution because his utterances proves otherwise? Throw away the 1999 constitution. It's evil and barbaric. Restructure or self-determination, nothing else. He should resign from that position first. There's gross failure in all facets of life in Nigeria, arising from incompetence of lawgiver. The current military campaign in the East, termed restoration of peace, is incompetence of lawgiver under the current dispensation. And I wonder, if he studied law, how did he become san? He must have taken Kai Kai, Aluma, all of them, Okpayin, Igbo, Colorado before he utters such statements. Even the Minister of Justice doesn't even know this. Very shameful. Very shameful. Malami is an agent of backwardness, insecurity, and woe in Nigeria. We should be rest assured that he will suffer greatly for this. Malami and Falana are 2 worlds apart. The fact that Falana is even replying the quota system self-claim lawyer is an insult to the personality of Femi Falana. He should have allowed him to continue to display his mediocrity. When you allow primordial sentiments and ethnic bigotry to becloud your sense of reasoning, you end up advertising your ignorance to the public. Malami is a disgrace to legal profession. He should hide his face in shame for desecrating the exalted office he holds. Malami is only playing the tribal card partisanship. He is not speaking as a senior lawyer that he is. Sometimes you can't help justifying the ridicule suffered by lawyers and the profession when the acclaimed unlearned man on the streets has to be the one interpreting the law better than a lawyer. It's unfortunate, very, very unfortunate.